Hello and welcome back to Pendor, and we're actually defending against the Dread Legion in a siege. Yeah, actually a bit of a weird situation. I don't think I've ever seen this happen before, and luckily we do have Anson nearby. Funnily enough though, I actually have a massive contingent of allied vassals really close by to me, but unfortunately they did not join the siege defense because they were just not that close. Anson was the closest because he has the least amount of troops, and that obviously means that, you know, he's a bit faster on the world map. I can only assume that to be the case. Anyway, we are going to have to defend against these fellows. They actually attacked it, by the way. I've not done anything, you know, no jiggery-pokery here. I didn't bait them or anything like that. I was literally just going over to Salvador Castle because what I wanted to do was call for a campaign. Yes, I wanted to call for a campaign and hopefully get some assistance. That's basically what I was trying to do the entire time. I went over to Laria and I basically just went, okay, I want to be the marshal now because it seems like whoever was the marshal before wasn't doing a particularly amazing job, so I thought, yes, I will be the marshal, and then we'll just lead a campaign against the Dread Legion, and we'll try to defeat them that way. And it seems to actually be working rather well, as you can quite clearly tell here. Yes. Well, this was not my intention, of course. I actually intended to attack them on the fields of battle, because that's how you want to do things, right? But here's the thing. I'm actually not entirely sure if we're going to get anything from these particular fellows the way we're doing it now, because that's the thing. If we do defeat them here, are we going to have the opportunity to take them prisoner? That's the question. I actually don't know the answer to that, because as I said at the very beginning of the episode, I've never done this before. I've never actually defended a fief from a unique spawn, because, well, there just hasn't been an opportunity to do so. I've never been in the area or had the opportunity, as in the army capable of attacking and indeed maybe even defending against an army that is this powerful. Oh, whoa, there's a lot of people coming up. Okay, yeah, we're going to have to do something about that. Thank you very much. Let's get all these out of the way. Thank you. Yeah, so Asp Vanguards obviously are going to be pretty fantastic. They have some really good armor and everything. And hopefully we are not going to lose too many troops as a result of this. I mean, obviously we have the defender's advantage, which is one thing that we've really got to take into account here. The defender's advantage really makes a huge difference. Anaconda Knights, they are literally just falling before us super easily here as well. I mean, that just goes to show, you know, this weapon is absolutely fantastic. I would actually probably say that pretty much any of the hammers you can get would be really good for this kind of work, but obviously the Sapphire one is generally going to be the best for siege defenses because it is literally just because it has such a high attack speed. It is the shortest as well, which does impact how easily it is usable in a close quarters situation, which is exactly what we are having here, because obviously we're going to have to deal with the walls, we're going to have to deal with ladders and battlements and various other things like units being close to us and everything, and it is going to make things much more difficult if you have a longer weapon. Unfortunately, I am getting swarmed a little bit here, which I'm not a big fan of. Not a big fan of that, but I can't really do much about it right now. I'm trying my best. I am literally trying as hard as I can here to eliminate as many of the enemy's forces as possible. I don't really want to get killed if I can help it, so I'm just going to try to fade a little bit back here. Just going to try to draw them into my own forces if I need to. These guys have pretty large two-handed swords, of course, so they are going to do massive damage if we allow them to. But yeah, you can see here just how much chaos is going on as well. Look at this. This is absolutely insane. I never would have imagined that they would have done something like this. As I say, I'm very surprised because maybe they knew. I don't know. Maybe they had, I don't know, scouting intelligence or something like that. Maybe they knew that we were coming at them with a really large campaign force, which would have probably easily been able to defeat them in a field battle. And maybe they just wanted to, I don't know, do as much damage as possible before they before they had that happen. But obviously, here's the thing. They are mostly cavalry focused, you know? The Anaconda Knights and, you know, the Vanguards and Serpent Priestesses, they're all cavalry focused. So it's actually kind of strange that they would go in here, but who am I to say, right? Who am I to say? I'm actually very much appreciating that they did do this, because it means that we're going to have a much easier time, or at least I hope that we'll have a much easier time. It seems as though maybe not, actually, because, I mean, just see how much damage we're taking so far. We've actually lost a pretty significant amount of troops. However, obviously the enemy is losing more because we have the defender's advantage, but I wouldn't want to see how this would be if we were on the opposite side, you know? That would be absolutely incredible. You know, literally trying to take a fief from literal vanguards and, you know, Anaconda Knights and so on and so forth. Yeah, that would be a new, different kind of nightmare. But it depends, actually. It depends, because maybe we would be okay. You know, maybe we'd be fine with our archers. We'd be able to do massive, massive damage with them and hopefully destroy their shields really quickly. I don't know. I mean, it's very much a case of, well, it could be. You know, it could be fine. Could be fine. But I don't know about that. I mean, we have a lot of arrows, so it would probably be very, very plausible to assume that we would be able to achieve victory in that situation. We've won against a number of other relatively tough opponents, but obviously nothing like this, where they all have relatively decent shields as well as decent armor. Not entirely sure what my forces are doing right now. They're pulling back really, really weirdly here. Not sure whether I should tell my forces to charge in, to be honest. Kind of thinking that that's what I should do. I'm going to tell them to charge. I'm going to tell them to charge, because we're just allowing them to get onto the battlements way too easily here, in my opinion. This is making things so simple for them, and we really don't want to do that. We don't want to make we don't want to make it simple for our opponent, do we? I think that's a huge mistake. But, you know, we're trying our best here. I'm getting shot from downstairs as well, which is not very good. I'm actually wanting to extract myself from here, but I somehow think I'm going to die now. Maybe. Oh, no, no, no. Oh, no, I'm alive. I'm living. Oh, okay. Hello. Okay. Yes, we are. We're going to be alive for a little bit longer. Well, a little bit longer as in another 5 seconds or so. I'm not entirely sure. I'm assuming that I'm going to die very quickly. Yep. Is it? Oh, no, no, I just got knocked down. I just got knocked down. I thought I was actually dead. Never mind. Okay, we're still fine. Okay, we're doing the balancing on the shoulders thing at the moment. And there we go. Now I've been eliminated. Okay, well, that's absolutely fine. I don't think we should have to be too disappointed with my performance there. At least, I don't know. Maybe I could have done better. Maybe I could have done better. It very much depends. But as you can see, we have now started to lose even more troops, but I believe the enemy is basically done. I don't think they have anything else to really contend. You know, I don't think any of their other forces will be able to do anything here. However, let's not say anything just yet. I mean, you can see here that they're actually still inflicting pretty decent damage. The Dread Legion infantry themselves are doing massive damage. I'm actually wondering what kind of weapon they use to do so much. Guess I'll have to look that up or something. But yeah, they are doing a lot of damage for some unknown reason. I don't know how they're able to do that, but there you have it. Anyway, we will be probably achieving victory. I'm still kind of hoping we will be able to take her prisoner if we've won in this situation. As I say, this is unprecedented for me, so I have no prior experience on what to comment here. Because that's the thing, you know, we just haven't done this before, you know, not ever. So it's very very surprising. But yeah, unfortunately, the enemy is very defensive in this current formation that they have going here, and then all of their Dread Legion infantry and so on and so forth, they are going to be very hard to dislodge. But you can see there's only another 75 or so of them, so we should be completely fine.
Completely fine. Everything is fine.
And there it is, the last remaining Devoured have now fallen, and we're done. Yeah, I got 184 kills total in that, which not too bad, in my opinion, not too bad. We did end up losing 12 Biscuit Sergeants and 6 T-Knights, but I am really not very displeased with that ratio of casualties. I know I said earlier on in the series that I was a little bit dismayed by what I was seeing, because I was seeing a 50% casualty rate for all of our high-tier troops, but this is a lot better than what we've been seeing in the past, so I'm actually very happy about that. Anyway, We did end up losing 26 total, and let's see what our allies lost. 67. That is really not that bad. And there you go. We actually did manage to defeat. And let's see if we can... Yes, we can. Oh, yes. You are my prisoner now. There we go. Alright, that is absolutely fantastic. We got some people actually upgrading their stuff. I'm actually very surprised that we have some people that can even upgrade some things there, but very nice to see that. Let's get the Heretic Magnus here, the Pendor Man-at-Arms, Maiden Cavalry. I'm not going to really take anything else. Maybe the Heretic Worshippers, they do become Heretic Magnus after all. And I'll just let the rest go to our friends in our army here. I think Anson can probably... take them. He probably needs them. You know, to be fair, he ended up losing quite a lot of troops. Anyway, now we got Maltese. So I'm actually going to save here because I'm worried that I'm going to lose all that progression and I'm going to have to do that again. Anyway, let's do this. All right, let's have a look. Okay, so basically what we can do is we can get the secrets of unique equipment. We can say not to take up arms ever again. We can accept a Qualis gem or whatever. I'm thinking right now that I will probably take the secrets of the unique equipment. Let me just... you know what? I'm just going to check something real fast. Well, because we don't actually always have the opportunity to take her prisoner, and most of the time we probably can find other sources for a Qualis gem, I'm probably going to discount that for the moment. Also, you should return to your homeland and not take up arms ever again. I was actually kind of thinking about this, to be honest, hilariously enough, because... It's annoying. It's annoying to fight her. She has one of the strongest armies in the entire game, and I didn't really want to fight her again. But because we are relatively quite strong, I mean, you haven't obviously seen my my campaign yet, but I had a whole bunch of vassals with me. So I'm actually going to say, I will release you if you show me the secrets of your unique equipment. And there you go. So now we have the opportunity to add all of these pieces of gear to our knighthood order, and I think that's pretty good. I think that's pretty cool. Hopefully that's going to be nice. I don't know whether it's actually going to be super good. I did take a look at some of the stats for some of the gear, and it seems all right. I'm not sure whether that was a particularly good decision on my part, but I'm kind of just thinking, you know what, I might as well get that, as we probably do have the ability to defeat her again, even if it is going to cost me a lot of effort to do that. But yeah, as you can see, look at the army that I actually had available here. It's actually pretty funny. I've got why do I have 500 troops? Oh, Anson's with me for some reason. Why is Anson Anson's following me? That is so funny. Anson is literally following me right now. Look at him. He's I don't even know how do I get rid of him? How do I actually get rid of him out of my sprite right there? That's actually super funny. Anyway, we're probably going to be attacking the Dashar here. I mean, I could potentially attack a unique spawn. Should I attack a unique spawn with this army right now? I don't know. Maybe that's a good idea. I don't know. It very much depends. Let's just go into the tavern real fast, because there's no doubt going to be something relatively useful, right? I mean... maybe. Let's have a look. No, not supplies, you imbecile. Okay, any news about invading armies? Here we go, Okay, let's have a look. So, Warlords... EYEGRIM is available. Aha. Okay, we probably want to fight EYEGRIM, right? Okay, so he's next to Emma, I don't know. And let's actually have a look and see where that is. Oh, no. Yeah, there it is. It's all the way over there. Oh, that's actually not even that far away. That's really interesting. I'm actually not entirely sure why he is there. That seems like a pretty weird position for him, to be honest. Usually he's, what? Why is he there? Usually he's all the way over here around Marlians and Sarlian and so on and so forth. At least that's what I've seen in the past. But it's kind of strange that he's here now. Alright, well, let's see. Hello, friend. If we can call him that. Okay, let's actually see what happens here. Okay, so you're going to go in against that fellow. Come on now, let's do it. Okay, you're running away from me. Well, this is going to be funny. This is going to be very funny, actually. You see how many people we actually have in our party right here? This is actually hilarious. Okay, yeah, you guys just go in there. Can you not attack him? Okay, yeah, they're attacking him now. Okay. So yeah, you guys can literally just go in there, just pile in. Okay, we got 1,600. 1,600 plus me, that's another 300. So we've literally got almost 2,000 troops ready for battle. I am very, very pleased about that. I actually leveled up, surprisingly enough. Okay, so what do we want to do? Yeah, that's the question. What do we want to do? I guess intelligence, right? I guess intelligence, and then if I do need another skill point, or if I need to place something somewhere, then yeah, that's absolutely fine. So what do we want to do? Do we want to do trainer? Do we want to do tactics? No, we're going to do power strike, I guess. Power strike seems like a pretty decent idea. And I'm thinking athletics at this point, actually. I'm thinking athletics because we don't really need trainer that badly. We are in fights quite often, so I don't think it's really necessary. Oh, wait a minute. What? Did he... He's running. Are you serious? Oh, you're funny, sir. You're funny. There's no way we're going to let you go, sir. Yes, he really wants to escape from this, but I am not going to allow him to do so. All right, so let's have a look. He has 124 on the battlefield right here. And we have a renown value of 41. Can you imagine having a renown value of 41 against EYEGRIM the Devourer? Usually he's a fellow that has such an insane army size, but he must have just spawned because he barely has any prisoners whatsoever, which is actually amazing for us. So this should be pretty good for us. I actually don't even know what to do, to be honest, because we just have, well, it's such a higgledy-piggledy kind of army. I mean, look at this. Look at what we got here. I have no idea. Should I just tell them to charge in? I mean, that's the thing. I mean, if I tell them to charge in, this is just absolutely abysmal. I don't really want to do that, to be honest. Because if we tell them to just charge, we are inevitably going to lose more casualties than anything else. But the enemy is already upon us, so I'm kind of thinking, well, maybe I just have to do that. You know what I mean? It feels like almost obligatory at this point, just purely for that fact. So I'm thinking, yeah, okay, fine, we'll just do that, and then I'm just gonna see what happens here. Maybe I can do something against these. Oh, I mean, these guys are super easy. What's actually going on with it? Well, they've got thrown weapons. They can do a lot of damage, of course. These horses are actually quite hardy as well, by the looks of things too. Okay, let's just try and see if I can do some damage against these fellows too. Yeah, they seem pretty damaging. They seem pretty damaging. Okay, and my forces. Yeah, EYEGRIM is obviously getting into our lines. I would very much appreciate it if someone could actually eliminate him. I have no idea where he is. Kind of feel like it would be cool to have like a hero icon above his name, or above his head, shall we say? But obviously that's very unrealistic. Let's just say that. I mean, we are fighting an undead lord of some kind, so, I mean, you know, take from that what you will in terms of realism, but, yeah, it would be nice if we could kind of tell what's the hero unit and what's not, but, oh well, never mind. Doesn't really matter too much. And I would like to eliminate these friends here. Friend, would you mind? Would you mind being eliminated, sir? They're like, yes, we would be. We would mind. We would mind. And yeah, I'm sure that's absolutely fine. Wow, yeah, these guys are actually quite difficult, as you can see. And that's the thing. I feel like I would do so much better if I didn't have all my vassals with me, which is so funny. Oh dear. Yeah. Oh well, never mind. I mean, I can't really do much about it, can I? I mean, I've kind of just got to do this. Alright, so I decided that, hey, you know what, I'm going to retreat and come back in. I did actually get eliminated in the sort of second half of that initial charge, but we have eliminated quite a significant amount of their fallen revenants now. I actually have no idea how many he has, but yeah, as I said, he seems a lot more difficult than anticipated. Obviously, you know, I can't really vouch for my own allies' armies. I can't really say how strong they are. So, you know, me saying, oh yeah, this is going to be relatively easy. Yeah, no. It's not going to be particularly easy because of the unknown quantity. I just don't know how good my allies' troops actually are. Yeah, sure, they do have some knighthood order troops here and there, but for the most part, they're not really going to have anything that is significantly powerful. So we're just going to go with a sort of standard formation here. I'm basically just leaving my infantry out the front there. And hopefully that's going to allow us to, do this. Where we can stop the enemy's cavalry in their tracks. And hopefully we can get something going like that. Unfortunately, the Fallen Revenants are still doing massive damage to us. I did actually have my horse become crippled, by the way. So it's lost its spirited now. Which is very, very sad. But that's okay, because we can just go to the Horsemaster and we can get it healed, and then we're going to be perfectly fine, or at least hopefully perfectly fine. And I'm actually really surprised that we're not actually able to eliminate these guys super easily, because they mostly don't have shields as far as I can tell. Quite a few of them are just using two-handed axes, and we should surely be able to literally just shoot them from range and then just kill straight up. But no, that is not what's happening. So, you know, it's a little bit sad, to be honest. Did I tell my cavalry to charge in already? I don't think I did. So I can tell them to charge in now, I guess, even though we've lost a huge amount. But that's the thing. As soon as, this is what's the case with almost all of these unique spawns, actually. As soon as you've eliminated all of their uniques, and I'm talking about any of their unique troops, like, you know, for example, this guy has Fallen Revenants. I mean, there's a bunch of unique troops in here, but the point is their highest tier troops, whichever one that is, and in this case it's the Fallen Revenants. As soon as you've eliminated all those, it's pretty much smooth sailing from there. It's a relatively similar thing to, you know, us attacking Wolfbode that time as well, even though Wolfbode is a lot easier. You know, with his honor guards. If you eliminate his honor guards, then you're going to have a pretty simple time of things, or at least hopefully, you know, you want to have a simple time after eliminating the highest tier of troop, but it's not always the case. It very much depends on what else they have. Someone actually did mention in the comments a fellow by the name of Syla Uzas, and he is indeed another unique spawn who is quite scary. He's scary for a slightly different reason, because obviously most of these armies, they have fodder, you know, they have fodder. And according to the person in the comments, it's been a while since I've actually fought Syla Uzas, so I can't really speak from, you know, any kind of recent memory. But apparently the fodder in this particular person's army is insane. They are really, really high tier in comparison to what you'd normally expect. Like, for example, with the Snake Cult. I mean, you saw the Snake Cult and you saw what the Snake Cult were capable of. But they were still easily defeated by us, just purely for the fact that they had so much fodder. Like, yes, okay, well, you know, they've got a bunch of... you know, a bunch of what do they have? Serpent Priestesses, Anaconda Knights, and that's pretty much it. They got Cobra Warriors, obviously. Cobra Warriors, obviously, pretty good, you know, standard solid units. And then they've just got Snake Cult Armsmen and various other things, Snake Cult Followers and things like that. And usually those things are not going to be that dangerous. Yes, they are. In a critical mass situation, they can do a lot of damage, because they do have those wonderful crossbows, and those crossbows can deal surprising amounts of damage. As I've said before, you know, crossbow wielding low tier troops are usually one of my biggest fears when it comes to critical massing certain enemies. So, for example, there's been many times in the past where I've gone into a siege and I thought to myself, oh, look at that, they only have, I don't know, skirmishers or whatever, you know. And I'm talking about, you know, what's a skirmisher that has like a crossbow? I don't know, something like that. And they just have crossbows, and they have like 70 of these guys in there. And you think, oh yeah, that's a tier 2 unit, right? And that should be super easy for us to eliminate. But then you actually go in there, and it's an utter bloodbath, because they have, I don't know, a relatively solid crossbow. It doesn't have to be a siege crossbow or anything, but it could be just something solid. It doesn't have to be anything amazing, but it can do enough damage to kill you in 2 hits, or 1 hit in the case of a headshot. And yeah, that's all you need to know. That's all you need to know. So, you know, it really makes a huge difference what kind of weapon they have as well. It's not just the stats, you know. It's not just the stats of a certain unit. But it is definitely the gear as well. Equipment really makes a huge difference. That's the reason why having some equipment from the Dread Legion could potentially help our CKO quite dramatically. And I'm actually I'm very much looking forward to customizing them a little bit more and having a look and seeing what we can actually do with that, because we're going to be able to change their look quite dramatically. Not sure if we really want to change our Biscuit Sergeants though. I feel like they're looking pretty cool right now. but maybe our T-Knights could use a bit of a visual upgrade. I'm actually not entirely sure. Can I see any of my T-Knights right now? I'm actually not seeing any of them right now, I don't think. But yeah, it would be pretty cool to maybe get a small upgrade for them in some way or another. But yeah, EYEGRIM is obviously the fellow that is going to be providing us with a Doom Mace for our CKO. Obviously, a Doom Mace is maybe not going to be the best weapon choice for us, because let's face it, it is a one-handed, and well, that's not really what we're going for. Even though my forces do have some pretty significant one-handed skill, they can actually use one-handed very easily. So technically, if I wanted to, I could create an entire army out of these guys using their Doom Maces with a shield, a pretty good shield in fact, and just go with that. It's doable. You know, it's doable, because it is going to take me a little bit of time, of course, because every single time I need to upgrade something, it's going to take some days to do that. But apart from that, yeah, we should be perfectly fine. But yeah, it's going to take me quite some time to eliminate the entirety of EYEGRIM's army, as you can see. But once we have fully eliminated most of the enemy's cavalry, we should then be fine to eliminate the rest.
Someone who can eliminate the problem.
Well, there it is, 29 renown for us, and we did end up sustaining very few casualties of my own, but unfortunately my allies obviously took significant casualties. I don't know why, but they just do. And as you can see, yeah, what? They only had 11 fallen revenants? I mean, obviously not total, because of course we retreated from the very first, you know, the very first engagement that we had, but I ended up killing 64 there. And there you go, look at that. The secrets of making the Netherworld Shield and the Doom Mace are now known to the Knighthood Orders. Very nice indeed. Let's have a look-see here. Are we actually going to get anything cool? Well, we got a small pouch of diamonds. Small pouches of diamonds actually do sell for around 10,000 as far as I remember. And that's pretty good, you know, I don't think that's particularly bad. And otherwise, there doesn't seem to really be anything here for me to take. So we're just going to leave that to our friends there. And there we have it. So we have eliminated EYEGRIM. I actually wonder whether there's going to be an achievement for either eliminating Maltese or eliminating EYEGRIM. I don't think there is. Well, maybe there is. I don't know. But it would be very cool if there was, because then that would actually enable us to have, you know, a bit of a stat increase here and there. I wouldn't mind that too much. And Lord Rain was defeated in battle. I'm actually not entirely sure. How was he defeated in battle, and by who? I mean, really? Who was he defeated by? I have no idea, because surely every single army in this area must have been eliminated. I've eliminated so many Snake Cult armies. I've eliminated the Dread Legion. I've taken care of pretty much everyone that I can. And what's actually going on here? Oh, okay, that was weird. That was really, really weird. I was actually thinking to myself I was going to be attacked, but no. And there was just, I don't know, it was just a bit of a delay. Anyway, yeah, any news about invading armies? Let's have a look. Warlord Zolkar is the only one still on the map that is close by to us, at least. Not entirely sure how far away he is. Seems like it's actually taking a long time to react here for some reason. I don't know why that's happening. Okay, that's a little bit strange. Okay, I better save relatively quickly, because I might have a crash on my hands sometime soon. Anyway, it doesn't matter too much, because that's going to be the end of this episode. Next time, we're going to go and return back to White Stag Castle. I'm going to do a lot of customizing of my Knighthood Order. I'm going to do that off screen, so you don't have to wait for every single update of every single piece of gear, because it is going to take a little bit of time to do that. It's a bit too much busy work. And otherwise, apart from that, we are then going to try and maybe wage war against the Theodsvain. Yes, I know that seems like a bit of a weird choice, but they're actually doing the best out of every single other faction, and I don't really want to pick on either one of the others, because then we're going to have to face the entirety of the Theodsvain just by themselves, and we're not going to have any kind of intervention from either one of the other factions, and I think that would probably be quite beneficial to us. Anyway, very successful episode today. I thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.